And Hearns is going to try to win some new respect. And the Hearns that you see is not the Hearns that you have seen in the past. This morning, he weighed in at 153.5 pounds. The former welterweight trying a dangerous route, Brent, through the middleweight ranks to hopefully get back to the man who has become his obsession, the welterweight king, Sugar Ray Leonard. Let's look a look. Sugar Ray Leonard going to work in the 13th round. Every weapon he has in World War III put into effect here, unleashing a barrage that folds Hearns into the ropes. And a round later was to fold up Hearns' hopes as the undisputed welterweight champion. Hearns' first loss in 33 fights. Then there was Ernie Singletary in the middleweight ranks. Now Singletary was the beginning of a comeback, not as a welterweight, but as a middleweight at 160 pounds, and it was 10 full rounds. He could not knock him out. The man that today Hearns faces is this man, Marcus Geraldo, who weighed in at 159 pounds this morning, and he has gone the distance against two of the very best. He went the distance against Leonard, and also the undisputed middleweight champion Marvin Hagler. Going to be an exciting day for Thomas Hearns. It is a decision maker for him. So stand by for great Thomas Hitman Hearns as he moves to the middleweight class to face today Mexico's Marcus Geraldo. Good afternoon. I'm Ken Squire. And this 10-round bout today is key for Thomas Hearns, who is taking this very circuitous, very dangerous route, trying to get back to Sugar Ray Leonard by going all the way to Marvin Hagler, hopefully in June, in the middleweight class. This will be his second fight as a middleweight this afternoon. Let's look at him as a welterweight and some of those great fights to which he has already responded. Hearns' greatest moment, Detroit, 1980, WBA welterweight champion Pepino Cuevas dispatched by the Hearns right as lightning strikes twice, and the makings of a folk hero, Hitman Tommy Hearns, takes form. In 1981, a bewildered Pablo Baez was to follow the same path as Primera and Randy Shields. Won in the fourth round. The bullseye right to the chin gave Hearns 32 wins in 32 fights, 30 by knockout. 3 months later, here in Las Vegas, came one of the century's great welterweight contests. A fight that showed the style, the guts, the greatness that boxing can be. This was the 13th round. Sugar Ray Leonard, using all of his weapons, all of his form, and beginning to put together that victory over Thomas Hearns. Round 14. And Sugar Ray Leonard was in command. The hitman, Thomas Hearns, surrendered. Working with me today, one of the Fight Game's great trainers and truly one of the authorities, this man, Gil Clancy, welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard. And how do you feel about this fight? What is Hearns going to do out here with Geraldo?
Well, Ken, I totally agree with Gil. The fact that Geraldo, he has that instinct where he moves away, moves his head back to get out of harm's reach from a much shorter opponent. Keep in mind the fact that Tommy Hearns have good height and reach advantage. He could be asking for trouble.
Marcus Geraldo coming to the ring. He has looked his best. Geraldo in 1979, Sugar Ray Leonard moved up one division to challenge Geraldo, the middleweight. And to this day, Sugar Ray Leonard says this was his toughest fight. 10 rounds to a decision in favor of Leonard. But Geraldo was there all the way. Geraldo, the proven middleweight journeyman, has traveled the full distance against the now undisputed middleweight king Marvin Hagler. It was Hagler's to win, but it was Geraldo once again there all the way. And right now, the Motor City Cobra, the hitman, is ready to make his way into the ring here in Las Vegas. Thomas Hearns, second time out as a middleweight, making his way in to fight Mexico's Marcus Geraldo. Can he do it? Can he do it by a knockout? All those questions to be resolved this afternoon here on CBS Sports Saturday. State of Nevada. Fight is scored on a 10-point must system. And let's go up ringside now for the introduction of the fighters from ring announcer Chuck Hall.
Weighing 159.5 pounds. Here is Marcus Geraldo. And in the ring corner, From Detroit,
27
Michigan,
wins by KO.
weighing 153 1/4 pounds, the former WBA welterweight champion of the world, the Motor City Cobra, Thomas Hearns. 10 rounds of boxing.
The referee, Joey Curtis. Final instructions. Now, the last time that this man, if we take a look at the tail of the tape, that Geraldo was in trouble was against Hearns' stablemate, Caveman Lee, who took him out in the first round.
Well, that was more or less of a freak because Geraldo had Caveman Lee just about out, ran across to finish him, and got hit with a good punch himself, what we call a sucker punch.
Round one, Marcus Geraldo, middleweight class for Thomas Hitman Hearns in white, Geraldo in blue.
You know, Ken, we have a small ring here, and Tommy Hearns is so tall, it looks like he could almost reach across the ring from his corner and jab Geraldo while he's sitting down.
Well, I've been in the ring with both fighters. I defeated both fighters, and I know their weaknesses. Geraldo doesn't come out that fast in the earlier rounds. I think this is when Tommy Hearns has a great advantage as far as getting his man out of the ring soon.
How about to the body? Caveman Lee took out Geraldo with some body shots.
But Geraldo's a durable fighter. In fact, I think he just happened to catch Geraldo. Here, both fighters, they're going for the big one. They want to win. In fact, I think Tommy Hearns is motivated because he wants to fight me again.
He certainly does. Do you want to let him?
I will let Tommy as soon as he admits that there was no way he could have continued the 14th round. He's yet to admit that, Ken.
Well, Emmanuel Stewart has. He acceded to that.
Well, Tommy has a lot of pride. In fact, I sense that Tommy will win, although the longer the fight goes, the tougher it's going to be for Tommy because Geraldo, again, is a very tough and durable big guy.
Good left hand thrown by Thomas Hearns, and he hooks to the head of Marcus Geraldo of Mexico.
You know, when Duran moved up in weight class, he lost a lot of his punching power. He found when he hit the bigger, heavier guys that they didn't go the way the lightweights did.
And he left him there. Marcus Geraldo down in round number one, trying to pick himself up. In the corner directly above us, Hearns corner at 8. He's trying to get to his feet. He's up, he's down again. It is a knockout. In round number one, the Hitman hit it.
Well, Ken, Tommy definitely needed a knockout, especially after I defeated him. The fact that it's going to help him out psychologically speaking.
Great fight for Thomas Hitman Hearns as he's back in that one-round form which he used to have as he blitzes Marcus Geraldo. And it is the second time that an Emmanuel Stewart fighter has taken out Geraldo in the first round. That all action to the head.
Well, that was quite a surprise to me. I'd like to see the tape on this. I'd like to see the punches that took him out.
Well, I think it was 2 overhand rights, although he caught Geraldo and caught him early.
We're going to look at the entire round from the very beginning as things were just beginning to get started. They hardly had time to say hello, and it was good night nurse for Marcus Geraldo as he took some solid shots to the head, the left and the right hand, all week long as we watched Thomas Hearns train. He looked sharp, he looked fast, and he certainly looked powerful here today, Gil Clancy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 48 seconds of the
1
first
minute,
round.
48 seconds of round number one. And once again, Thomas Hearns has come through victorious with a one-round knockout. That's the 5th fight in his pro career in which Thomas Hearns has taken his man out in the first round, and it marks the 21st time in some 34 fights that the fight has ended before the 4th round. There you see, Thomas Hearns has put it all together today. And let's take a look, Sugar Ray Leonard and Gil Clancy from the top, as this fight was just barely underway. Here comes the knock, as they just were starting.
Well, we had mentioned that Tommy looked very, very sharp in training. We knew that the ring was small, and Geraldo, he didn't have any place to hide. But I certainly was surprised that he went this early, and with the, I don't think he took that many punches, but of course we're going to see it again now, and we'll see just exactly what happened.
Joey! Replay of the entire fight going here, folks. Here's Geraldo leading, trying to move in, and Hearns just moving away, backing away, first to his left, then to his right.
Well, the point I was trying to make earlier, that Duran lost some of his punching power when he moved up in weight, and I was trying to get the point across that I did not think that it would affect Hearns, that he would still be the devastating puncher as a middleweight that he was as a welterweight, and it certainly proved out.
So it may have taken him 10 rounds to find Ernie Singletary, but Marcus Geraldo, after that great fight with Hagler and with Leonard, you heard Leonard say earlier, it was a tough fight, one of his toughest, right, Ray?
As a matter of fact, fighting a guy like Geraldo, you have to get him early. In fact, Tommy did the right thing. He went in there, he dominated, took control, and he was able to do away with Marcus Geraldo.
There's that left hook, crashing into the head of Marcus Geraldo of Mexico. Moving inside, going to the body.
Geraldo seems to be a little gunshot now.
And he has nothing to counter with as he's driven down. Now let's look and replay. Gil Clancy, your expertise here.
Well, we see Tommy setting him up there. He throws a right hand to the body, trying to set up that left hook on the chin. But now Geraldo's moving around. He's got his shoulder trying to protect his chin. That punch was a partial punch, and there's another one. But it didn't seem that they were that powerful because Geraldo was moving back away from the punch, which should have taken some of the impact out of the punch. What do you think about that, Ray?
Well, I would say the same thing. Here we see it once again. It's the fact that Tommy just taking control of Geraldo. Geraldo seems very reluctant. I think he respects Tommy's power a little bit too much. Tommy realizes this. He has the instinct to take advantage of a fight. That overhand right there, and he followed once again with a double right hand. And Geraldo goes down.
Clubbing his man to the floor. Thomas Hearns is the winner here. Now let's go to New York and Brent. Knockout, round number 1 for the hitman Thomas Hearns. Congratulations, Thomas. How do you feel?
I feel good right about now, Ken. I feel that all my hard training paid off for me. I did a lot of work and getting myself prepared for this fight, and I feel that everything paid off really well for me.
All right, we're going to take a look in just a moment, right now, at what you did to Mexico's Marcus Geraldo. Now, you tell us what happened here.
Okay, at first I was just feeling him. I was using the left hand, trying to get him to watch the left hand. And as I got him watching the left hand, he started dropping his hand, and I seen an open where I could use a right hand as a jab, and made that very effective. When I was able to do that, I was able to do more.
Were you surprised, from another angle, at how easily this fight seemed to go for you? I mean, did go easily.
Well, I expected a lot of trouble out of Geraldo, which Geraldo had fought a few of the best and was able to hold up. And I really didn't expect such an easy fight, but I guess the hard training, it really helps you in the long run.
But Thomas, this is what you really needed to do, was get to him early, because if you let him go a ways, as Leonard could tell you or Hagler has shown in that footage, he can be a real problem. Was your plan to come out quick and get to him?
Well, my plan was to just come out in boxing and work off the left jab, and whatever I can do from there, then I was just looking for that. My basic thing was just using the left jab, getting to watch the left jab, and I can do a lot from there.
All right, Hitman, what's next?
Well, Gil, Ken, I don't know right now. Everything is just open right now for me at the moment, but I'm sure we'll be working on something pretty soon.
Well, we understand that Hagler may be in June, but there's a gentleman right down here at ringside named Ray Leonard. How do you do? You have anything to say to him?
Well, me and Ray had a very good fight on September 16th, and I'm really looking forward to defending my title. Ray was undecided about a few things and went on in the fight. About one thing is, was I able to go on? I felt that I was able to go on, and Ray felt that I didn't. So I feel that the only way we can settle that is go back in there again, try it again.
All right.
Well, Ray says he'll give you another fight when you finally admit that the 14th was the last round.
Well, what I have to say about that is, like I said, if Ray feel that the 14th was the last round, and I feel that it wasn't, I was able to go more. All you have to do is prove it. It's just a matter of time.
Congratulations on a great fight. How about it, Ray Leonard?
Well, somebody better convince Emmanuel Stewart that his man could have continued, because he knows fully well it was all over.
He said that it was all over. Did you hear that? I know you don't have an earpiece on here, one of these trumpets.
Well,
heard that.
I figure if he did it once, he can do it again.
Okay.
All right. So he's
baby.
looking for an encore, hopefully with a different conclusion for Thomas Hitman Hearns. And right after